Channel 11 News starts with breaking news.
We begin with breaking news at noon. Allegheny County just gave us an update on the coronavirus pandemic. There are 37 new cases since yesterday. That brings the county total to 642. 92 of those patients have been hospitalized. Over the weekend, a fourth person died in Allegheny County from the coronavirus. We expect to get new numbers from the state on our other local counties within the hour. Look for that and the latest in this newscast.
Amazing clinician, amazing human being, amazing human spirit.
New at noon, we've learned the first emergency room doctor believed to have died from COVID-19 was from our area. Dr. Frank Gabrin grew up in Fayette County. He worked at a New Jersey hospital, spending the last several weeks treating coronavirus patients. Dr. Gabrin developed symptoms last week, including difficulty breathing, and died before help could arrive. He was just 60 years old, and our thoughts are certainly with his loved ones.
Happening now, the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is holding another emergency drive-up food distribution. The need for another was very obvious. At last Monday's distribution, Chopper 11 captured cars lined up for miles, waiting hours to get food. Workers served more than 5,000 cars, still had to turn people away. For the very first time, the National Guard was even called in to help cope with increasing demands. The food bank expects to give away even more food today.
We know that the food bank is a resource for people on the best of days. So this is what we do. This is what we're set up to do. But just the overwhelming need right now, I mean, even for us, it's been humbling.
Today's food distribution is being held at its warehouse in Duquesne from now until 3 p.m. We have an update on the turnout tonight on Channel 11 at 5. Meantime, there is another major effort happening today to make sure families in need have access to food. United Way is delivering more than 36,000 meals to Pittsburgh Public Schools, Duquesne City Schools, and Clairton School District so that they can be handed out to students and families. A group started a relief fund after receiving a $1 million donation from the PNC Foundation.
Pennsylvania lawmakers are back in session today, but they are under new emergency rules that allow them to vote from home. Right now, the agenda is a work in progress, but it's expected to deal mostly with coronavirus response. That includes setting up a task force to track the impact of the virus. House Republicans will also try to override part of Governor Tom Wolf's non-essential business order. Their proposals would restart more construction projects and allow retail stores to reopen if they can be run with a single employee.
Starting today, some essential businesses in Pennsylvania are getting new cleaning protocols. The state secretary of health signed the order yesterday. It applies to businesses with at least 50,000 square feet of space. They are now required to clean and disinfect high-touch areas, maintain pre-existing cleaning for the rest of the building, and make sure there are enough people to clean the building.
New at noon, a local man who used to build industrial-sized fish tanks is now using his skills to install protective shields at essential businesses. Channel 11's Mike Holden went along for an installation and found out why this protection is so important.
The coronavirus has changed the way we live, work, and play, and one business owner has taken notice. He's now working to keep you and your loved ones safe, and it all starts with a piece of material called acrylic.
Is probably a good thing to do right now.
Adapting to change and just making it work. That has become the philosophy of Gary Lindner. The Cranberry area businessman has spent the last 20-plus years of his career building these beautiful high-end fish tanks. They can be seen at doctors' offices, hospitals, department stores, and local businesses across Pittsburgh. Then coronavirus hit. He decided to pivot and shift production towards fighting the pandemic. His company, Viper Enclosures, now specializes in building and installing these protective partitions made of acrylic. Acrylic is a form of plastic that can be molded, cleaned, and won't shatter like glass if it falls over. His latest work is on display here in Cranberry at the Healing Center. He built this large barrier outside the building where patients wait before getting the go-ahead to come in from a security guard, and then these 7 barriers alongside the counters inside the facility. He says this has unfortunately become the new normal, and he's just trying to do his part.
And we need those businesses. We need the grocery stores, we need the pharmacies, we need the gas stations. So it's really important that we protect those employees and their customers.
And Gary says his production and business continue to boom. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're taking a closer look at how the device is used and how it is succeeding with one local business. That's all starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting in Cranberry, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
A drug already available around the world could possibly stop coronavirus. Australian scientists are testing the anti-parasitic drug ivermectin. They say it has shown promise in stopping COVID-19 cells from replicating in laboratory settings. Researchers stress do not go out and buy the drug. They say further tests are needed. More details now. Just last week, researchers at Pitt said that they've developed a promising vaccine candidate. The University of Pittsburgh and UPMC began working on the vaccine in late January. They still need the FDA to allow testing on humans. That approval typically takes about a year, but they're asking the FDA to fast-track the process.
Across the country, the push to stop the spread continues while medical workers fight to save lives. NBC News' Sam Brock has more on what's expected to be a difficult week ahead in the battle against COVID-19.
With multiple states heading into what experts believe will be make-or-break weeks in the fight against COVID-19, overnight President Trump trying to put a positive spin on an escalating situation.
We're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel.
But just 24 hours earlier, the president admitting
There'll be a lot of death, unfortunately.
An assessment echoed by his top health advisors.
The next week is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. It's going to be our 9/11 moment.
The president also doubling down on his calls to use the anti-malaria drug hydroxychloroquine, even though there's no evidence it's effective against COVID-19.
What do you have to lose? They say take it. I'm not looking at it one way or the other, but we want to get out of this. If it does work, it would be a shame if we didn't do it early.
Weighing in when Dr. Fauci of the Coronavirus Task Force was later asked about the drug.
And would you also weigh in on this issue of hydroxychloroquine? What do you think about this, and what is the medical evidence?
That question?
Yeah. Well,
maybe 15 times.
Alarming new projections point to peaks in New York, Detroit, and New Orleans in a matter of days. 9 states are still refusing to enact full stay-at-home orders, including Iowa.
If additional action is necessary to protect the health and safety of Iowans, I will do so.
But the Surgeon General saying it is vital to stop the spread.
Give us a week or two if you can. We want you to do it for 30 days, but even in those 9 states, give us what you can so we can get this peak and start to come down on the other side.
On Sunday, many turning to their faith, but some ignoring the science of social distancing. In Louisiana, one church holding their usual Sunday Mass, led by Pastor Tony Spell, who was arrested last month for holding services despite a ban on large gatherings.
They would rather come to church and worship like free people than they have live like prisoners in their homes.
Here in Florida, the governor of the state drawing heavy criticism for saying he doesn't have the authority to close down houses of worship. Of the 15 states with populations most vulnerable to this virus, 11 of them, mainly here in the South, have religious exemptions. In Miami, Sam Brock, NBC News.
State police are investigating 2 cases in which workers were intentionally coughed on. Both happened on the same day in Westmoreland County. The first one happened Friday morning at a drive-thru along Lincoln Highway in Hempfield Township. Police say the customer was angry because her drink was served in a to-go cup. The customer coughed on the worker and said, "I hope you get COVID-19 and die." She's facing physical menace charges. Police did not say who the woman is or where exactly this happened. The other incident happened an hour later at a doctor's office along Route 981 in Unity Township. Police say a man stuck out his tongue and repeatedly coughed on 3 different workers. That man is charged with simple assault and reckless endangerment. His name also has not been released.
A local child is proving age is no limit for helping out during this crisis. She just donated more than 100 homemade masks. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer has more on the difference it's making.
As people across the state are being urged to wear masks, a local girl is making it easier to get your hands on them. This is one of about 150 that she made, designed, and sewed together, all to give away. As the stay-at-home order remains, this 11-year-old Wexford girl is putting her time to good use by making masks and donating them. Ava Arnold actually designed the mask using T-shirts, string, and pipe cleaner to make it. Her first delivery, 100 for the Roots of Faith Church in Sharpsburg, where last week Channel 11 told you volunteers have been hard at work giving away food to seniors and folks in need. Helpers getting help, all thanks to the 6th grader, who's continuing to make more and more.
I've always liked to do crafts and stuff like that, so this is just supposed to be like a little craft so I can make a mask for my mom, but it turned into a big thing and I have a lot of fun doing it.
And she's launched a Facebook page where you can reach out to her, you can follow her journey, and hopefully feel inspired to make your own masks. More on that tonight at 5. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Liz. Well, it's Holy Week, and this year it's going to look a lot different. Rather than heading to the church with your family, you'll be watching Bishop David Zubik and the Diocese of Pittsburgh celebrating Mass and prayer service through a live stream every day. The next service the diocese will stream is at 7 p.m. Thursday. It will be a Mass to mark the Lord's Supper. You can get the very latest on the coronavirus 24/7 by using the WPXI.com website and the WPXI News app. We have a ton of content there, including a possible plan to start the baseball season and the story of a 93-year-old veteran not letting the virus slow him down.
A warm and sunny afternoon across our region.
As we continue to practice our social distancing here at Channel 11, meteorologist Daniel Dozier is bringing us the forecast from home.
Hi, Gordon. Hi, Peggy. Here we are in my home doing the weather this afternoon, and it's a beautiful day out there. We have plenty of sunshine. The temperatures are up into the upper 40s and low 50s and climbing this afternoon. In fact, we're going to get above average with plenty of sunshine today. 61 degrees at 3 o'clock. We'll top out close to 65 this afternoon. If you wanted to throw some hot dogs on the grill out on your patio here this evening, perfect weather for that, although we're going to notice the clouds building in here this evening, and that is in advance of our next weather system. It's going to bring showers and thunderstorms, and I'll have the timing coming up.
A church in Ohio is defying the stay-at-home order. Why parishioners say they're still coming.
Plus, why local police are warning about seemingly innocent Facebook posts.
And next, they're preparing for the worst. The local hospital making sure there are enough beds and space to treat patients.
WPXI Now. When a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now. Always on when you want the latest on break. weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
Let me get you prepared for the week.
Now we've expanded our weather to help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4:30 to 7 a.m. Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
A local hospital is looking to add 100 beds in case more coronavirus patients start coming in. Our Trib Partners report Allegheny Valley Hospital is looking to convert waiting and physical therapy areas into clinical units. That way, if there is a spike in cases, they will have room for that. Right now, the hospital is treating a small number of COVID-19 patients. They say they are taking extra precautions to keep everyone safe. And more details now. We told you last week that local universities are getting ready in case their dorms are needed for COVID-19 patients. CMU, Duquesne, and Pitt, they're all talking with health officials about putting a plan into place just in case. The convention center downtown is also being considered to house patients if needed.
New at noon, West Mifflin police are warning about those popular fun fact Facebook posts that are going around. Many of them are long lists asking things like your favorite car, your first job title. Police say many of them are created to steal your information because many of those answers may be your bank security questions or password reminders. Police say to be careful and keep your identity to yourself. Millions of American high school students are getting a crash course in just how disruptive the outbreak has become on their plans to go off to college next fall, as most SAT and ACT tests have been postponed. NBC's Chris Clackham has more.
Like many high schoolers across the country, California's Abby Grable was hoping her volleyball skills could score some scholarship money for college.
I'm also trying to get recruited for volleyball, and if the recruiters don't have my test scores, then I can't be recruited.
Abby can't get test scores because the tests have been postponed due to the coronavirus.
For the students who've been preparing already for these spring ACTs and SATs, I imagine it's quite frustrating.
Frustrating and disappointing because, like everything else put off by COVID-19, no one can say when they'll be rescheduled.
Definitely, a few kinks in the system here in the coming weeks and months.
But Arun Ponasamy at CollegeWise expects colleges, universities, and state governments to loosen SAT, ACT, and AP testing requirements.
They are taking serious looks at, will they move their deadlines to accommodate more testing?
The College Board made the decision to move advanced placement testing online and allow open book during those exams, to ensure there's no delay in getting the next batch of high school graduates started on their college education. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
And more details now. College Board canceled the May 2nd SAT test. The next round is scheduled for the first weekend in June. And officials say they're working with testing centers to figure out if students can safely take the tests then.
State exams like the PSSA and Keystone in Pennsylvania were also canceled because of the virus. And that decision sparked an old debate on whether the tests are needed in the first place. The Department of Education told our Trib partners that the tests help monitor progress of districts and help determine funding. But local districts argue the tests have no value and are not needed.
Apple CEO Tim Cook says the company has donated 20 million face masks to governments, hospitals, and other groups that need them. The masks were made from Apple's supply chain. Cook also says Apple is producing protective face shields for medical workers and aims to make 1 million per week. He says each shield can be assembled in less than 2 minutes.
Good afternoon. A beautiful Monday here across western Pennsylvania. We've got plenty of sunshine. Our visible satellite shows hardly any clouds across our area for today. We are looking at those temperatures that are on the rise. They have been in the lower 50s here at the noon hour, and they will continue to climb as, of course, that sunshine continues. So near 50 in many locations here at the noon hour. Here's your evening planner. The temperature at 7 o'clock near 60 degrees and falling here this evening, but it won't be as cold tonight as what we had out there this morning, which was lows in the 30s. We're going to look for overnight lows down only in the 40s as we thicken up the cloud cover tonight. Our low in Pittsburgh, 48 degrees with those showers moving in late. in advance of our next weather system. Light south-southwesterly winds will be expected tonight. So here is a look at our overnight low temperatures, mid to upper 40s to near 50 degrees across the area. So if you are planning on heading out and walking the dog early, make sure you have at least a light jacket on, but you won't need the big thick coat as we will not be as cold. Here's a check of the planner for tomorrow. We will be having showers around in the morning, so you're also going to want to grab your umbrella as well. 51 at 8 o'clock, 59 at noon, 62 at 5, and we should top out at least in the mid to upper 60s for the day on Tuesday. Here's a check of the other area high temperatures. 66 for Washington, 65 in Greensburg on your Tuesday. However, it will be unsettled from time to time. Here is a look at our storm tracker maps for the rest of the day today. Those clouds will be building in by evening, and here's a look at 8:30. You can see all that white color on the map there. And these clouds will be thick overnight tonight, as I mentioned. A few showers will be developing across the area overnight into Tuesday morning. That's 6:30 in the morning. Some of the heaviest and steadiest rain in the morning will be down across our far southern communities and in West Virginia, where we actually might have some thunder and some hail as well. We'll be watching that very carefully. Otherwise, for the rest of us, mainly just some showers passing through those early morning hours. Once we get into the afternoon, we're really going to heat things up with a few cloud breaks and a weather system approaching. We will be having that chance for some showers and thunderstorms once again Tuesday afternoon, and this is where we could be seeing some strong and maybe even some severe thunderstorms, mainly after 5 o'clock, and that's why you're seeing those red shaded colors across the screen. Look closely, because these showers and thunderstorms could contain some damaging winds, some hail, and even an isolated tornado, and that threat will actually continue into Tuesday night. So we have to be weather aware for damaging winds, hail, and isolated tornado. Could be tracking some watches and warnings for the evening and nighttime hours on Tuesday. Here's a check of the 5-day forecast. 67 Tuesday, 68 Wednesday. We'll cool things off Thursday with that 51 degrees, and that temperature will be falling. I'll have more on the rainfall totals, how much we're expecting to see, coming up in the next half hour.
Still ahead, how UPMC Children's Hospital says the coronavirus has changed the doctor-patient relationship for the better in just 3 weeks.
And this local airport is getting ready to shut down when flights will be grounded.
Coronavirus can't keep this local teacher from her students reading, teaching, and making crafts online. She's finding ways to connect while staying apart.
It's really touching to see someone else care about your child.
Coming together in a time of crisis makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit shophonda.com. on Channel 11 Morning News.
A church near Cincinnati is still holding in-person services despite the stay-at-home order. Leaders at Solid Rock Church say they have scaled back and claim that they're applying or complying with the governor's orders. Hand sanitizing stations are set up. Some services are being held outside. One churchgoer says his faith keeps him going.
There's God's law and then there's man's law. Who do you put first? Me and my household, we put God's law first. And that's why we're here.
The church is also not allowing hugs or shaking hands, and elderly people are being advised to stay home.
Meanwhile, a church in Washington County found a creative way to keep its community connected by holding a drive-in service. Mount Hermon Baptist Church held the service yesterday at North Franklin Regional Park. People stayed in their cars for the Palm Sunday service and tuned in with their radios. The church is planning another drive-in for Easter Sunday. Commercial flights at Arnold Palmer Airport are coming to a stop. According to the Trib, Spirit Airlines is the only commercial carrier at the airport. They operate flights to Florida and South Carolina. But starting Wednesday, Spirit will park some of their planes at the airport until at least May 4th. About a third of the airport's employees are expected to be furloughed. The airport will stay open for private and charter service.
The Port Authority of Allegheny County could be getting some money from the government. Our partners at Pittsburgh Business Times report the Port Authority is eligible for nearly $141 million in reimbursements for expenses related to coronavirus. The bus service expects to lose nearly $30 million because of the lack of riders and the increase in cleaning.
When I got the phone call yesterday, I actually cried.
What a local company did for that mayor's community that brought her to tears.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI.
Channel 11 Morning News. There is a team that has been working all night to get you the news you need.
The news doesn't stop. We don't stop.
As a mom, I know your morning is busy. We're going to give you everything you need, from the breaking news desk to weather and traffic. When you walk out that door, you're prepared.
Severe weather coverage where you live.
On Channel 11 News.
Breaking at 12:30, the state health department just released new numbers on coronavirus cases in Pennsylvania.
There are more than 1,400 new cases since yesterday. That brings the statewide total to nearly 13,000 cases. Tragically, 12 more people have died, bringing the death toll to 162 in Pennsylvania. There are now 96 cases in Beaver County, 91 cases in Butler County, 29 cases in Fayette County, 53 in Washington County.
And Westmoreland County has 157 cases, the second highest in our region after Allegheny County. You can see the totals for all of our local counties scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
The Trump administration says it is buying COVID-19 rapid tests for state labs across the country. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says it is sending 15 Abbott ID COVID-19 rapid test devices to every state. We told you about these last week. They can give results in 15 minutes or less. Right now, people are waiting days to get their results. The devices were approved by federal officials on Friday. A reminder, while more testing is rolling out, health officials are warning people to not test themselves at home. Regulators have stopped companies that quickly launched home testing kits until they can show their products can accurately detect the virus. For now, the only way Americans can get tested is at hospitals, clinics, or drive-through sites, and many require a doctor's order.
Getting food and other essentials has been tough for a lot of folks, especially in places like the Mon Valley and Pittsburgh's East End. Channel 11's Jillian Hartman found out how one of Pittsburgh's biggest and richest companies is helping the region's most disadvantaged neighborhoods.
Well, it's hard enough as it is for everyone to get household essentials like paper towels and hand sanitizer. But in Pittsburgh's most vulnerable communities, it's even more challenging.
Most of the local stores have run out of toilet paper, cleaning supplies.
Even before this pandemic, Duquesne's mayor tells me many families were already struggling to afford the essentials.
And we are the poorest community in Allegheny County.
Well, now this Pittsburgh company is stepping in to help to get families what they need to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
I am eternally grateful. When I got the phone call yesterday, I actually cried.
Coppers Holdings Incorporated teamed up with the Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh. They started a community-wide fund called All One Pittsburgh. Their goal is to help underserved neighborhoods like Homewood, the North Side, the Hill District, and Duquesne.
This is the part of our community that needs this help most, and that's why we're targeting it, and that's where we think we can make a difference.
They are now asking other local companies and individuals to donate.
And literally $1, $5, $10, it all adds up.
The donations will help buy big bulks of essential items like paper towels, disinfecting wipes, hand sanitizer, and toilet paper.
But we do have some good contacts and good leads, and we've already been able to bring some of that in.
They plan to distribute items as early as next week. Now, organizers hope to get enough funding and supplies to help even more communities in our area. Now, if you would like to donate, you can find that link on our WPXI News app. Reporting in Homewood, I'm Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
An odd sight yesterday as Pope Francis marked Palm Sunday in a nearly empty St. Peter's Basilica. The service usually attracts tens of thousands of people to St. Peter's Square. This time, only about 24 people attended in person, while millions watched it on television and on the internet. Meanwhile, in a rare televised speech, Queen Elizabeth urged people to show strength during the coronavirus crisis. She said she hopes that the, quote, attributes of self-discipline, quiet, good-humored resolve, and fellow feeling still characterize this country. The monarch also paid tribute to key workers fighting the virus online. Former Vice President Joe Biden is suggesting the Democratic National Convention may have to be altered if the coronavirus is still an issue. The convention has already been pushed back from July to August, but Biden says other changes may be necessary.
We may have to do a virtual convention. I think we should be thinking about that right now. The idea of holding a convention is going to be necessary, but we may not be able to put 10, 20, 30,000 people in one place, and that's very possible.
Biden currently holds a sizable delegate lead over his remaining opponent, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. Both campaigns supported the decision to move the convention. As of right now, the RNC is still on schedule for the following week.
Wisconsin is planning to hold in-person voting tomorrow for its primary. The Democratic governor wants lawmakers to change the election to a mail-in ballot. Republicans who control the legislature say the election will continue as planned. Channel 11 has told you Pennsylvania pushed back its primary to June 2nd. Election officials are also urging voters to use mail-in ballots.
The world as we know it changed a couple of weeks ago, and UPMC Children's Hospital knew they had to change with it, and that is why they created a larger telemedicine system that is keeping people safe now. And as Channel 11 morning news anchor Catherine Amenta found out, it's rewriting the medical playbook for the future.
We have not left our house since, gosh, that Friday.
Danielle McCain and her family are losing track of how many days they've been stuck in the house. They're being extra careful during the pandemic because their son Jameson has been a heart transplant patient at UPMC Children's Hospital since birth. However, a couple of days ago, Jameson had to leave the house for his scheduled blood work.
That was really nerve-wracking.
But Danielle told me her doctors and UPMC sent Jameson to Children's South, which had already cleared out many non-essential appointments, and then worked with Danielle over the phone.
My husband sat in the car. We were very lucky, like the hospital was like, stay in the car until it's absolutely your turn. We were very lucky to be able to just get in and out of there.
And that's just part of the new game plan quickly emerging from this national crisis, a broader system of call-ahead and telemedicine that Children's developed in just weeks.
We have broken down the electronic doors, being able to increase access to patients.
Dr. David Wolfson, medical director of UPMC Children's Community Pediatrics, told me they're offering a lot of appointments now over the phone or online, while families are safely at home. And if you use Children's Express Care, they now have a new call-ahead option.
We use an app called Save My Spot, which allows you to save your place in line. Come, stay in your car. Call us in the office when you're ready, when you're here, and some of us will come down and actually do a throat culture in the car or look in the ears.
It's changing medicine now, but also in the future, something Danielle counts as a blessing for patients like her son.
There's a lot of times where I come in and say, I don't want to bring him in. It's flu season. You know, everybody's sick. You know, can you just hear his symptoms and tell me what I should do? And they do it.
Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News.
Dr. Wolfson also wants families to know they do not test for COVID-19 at Express Care and to contact your pediatrician for any guidance on testing.
It's a beautiful Monday across our area. Sun and clouds expected for the afternoon. In fact, those clouds will actually thicken up later in the day. So if you're out walking the dog, you're going to notice that. But it will be dry for the evening with temperatures in the low to middle 60s and cooling. Tomorrow, our weather will turn a little more unsettled with periods of showers around in the early morning hours and then that threat for showers and thunderstorms, which could be strong to severe by Tuesday evening with the highs in the upper 60s. Still to come, we'll take a look at our rainfall forecast and another check of the 5-day.
Local airmen deployed to the epicenter of the U.S. outbreak. The life-saving service they'll be providing.
I'm Lisa Robertson, and we're launching a special version of Local Steals and Deals, shining a spotlight on small businesses. They're the backbone of America, and we need them to thrive now more than ever. Join us in making a difference. Text USA to 65,000 to learn more.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News.
Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
This weekend, members of the 911th Airlift Wing left their bases in Moon Township headed for New York. About 10 members with medical experience were mobilized Sunday. They're joining a team of more than 125 airmen who will help medical teams and first responders.
Whether it's COVID-19 related or largely non-COVID-19. They're trying to take the workload off of doctors and nurses on the ground so that as a team we are better able to take care of Americans.
The mobilization follows an executive order signed by President Trump calling members of the Selected Reserve, Individual Ready Reserve, and National Guard to active duty.
During this crisis, many people are trying unproven, possibly unsafe ways of staying healthy. An Arizona man died and his wife was hospitalized after they ingested a form of chloroquine phosphate used as a parasite treatment for fish, not the medical tablet being tested as a possible treatment for coronavirus.
Some of these remedies that people imagine will help them are actually quite harmful.
Instead, doctors say stick to the basics, eat well, exercise, get enough sleep, and stay home whenever possible. People in full hazmat suits testing for COVID-19, but it was all a lie. The reason they set up this fake testing site.
And the protections lawmakers want to put in place to help people keep a roof over their heads.
Every candidate, every voice, every vote matters. From the campaign trail to your backyard, we're talking to the candidates about the big issues and to the voters who will decide the election. Channel 11 News, Decision 2020 coverage.
Crisis, Pittsburghers always come together.
Probably donated maybe 2,000 or 3,000 masks. It feels real good. Knowing that you got something that they need and you can just go give it to them and put a smile on their face.
Channel 11 salutes the helpers.
When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Nearly 11 million Americans have filed for unemployment since the beginning of March. These job losses are putting a lot of people's homes, their rent payments, mortgage payments in jeopardy. Channel 11's Aaron Martin found out what local and state lawmakers are doing to help.
Nearly 1 million unemployment claims have been filed in Pennsylvania just over the last 2 weeks as the impact of the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread. It's leading to a new push in Harrisburg to help those impacted keep their homes.
We know with the virus, with COVID-19, that people are losing their jobs and people are just not able to pay right now. So we are really trying to push for mortgages to be canceled, for rent to be canceled, and for there to be no new debt for people right now.
A new bill is being drafted that would freeze rent and mortgage payments during the pandemic. It's a move supported by groups like Pittsburgh United.
We're asking for as long as it takes, as long as people may need to recover from this.
I just got off the phone with State Representative Sarah Innamorato, who is one of the bill's sponsors. She tells me that at this point the bill is in its very early stages, and they're trying to find a way to help both tenants and homeowners without hurting the mom-and-pop landlords. Landlords like Candace Eccles, who works as a teacher and rents a property in the West End.
As we move into the summer months where teachers in my district don't get paid, that was a big piece of my only income in the summer.
Eccles says she's open to taking steps to help renters stay in their homes, but she wants to make sure landlords like her are not forgotten.
As people are receiving monetary support, how is it going to be ensured that it goes to the landlords or to the mortgage companies?
A question that is yet to be answered. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
More details now. Renters have already gotten some relief. Last week, the state Supreme Court extended a moratorium on evictions. Under the change, tenants cannot be evicted before April 30th. The State Department of Banking and Securities says renters should contact their landlords to work out a plan for their payments.
A new warning is arising as scammers trying to profit off the outbreak. In Louisville, Kentucky, people in full hazmat suits and protective gear are operating what was presented as COVID-19 testing. But Louisville officials say this is just a scam. Can you believe this? They're testing without government approval and without even taking nasal samples.
They may go through 40 or 50 people in a test wearing the same gloves, and we've got the photos of them taking off all their stuff, throwing it in the back of a pickup truck and driving off, and then the next day getting up, putting it all on, and then going to another location.
In New Jersey, a hospital just had to return 1,000 safety masks because they weren't the real deal. Federal officials are telling people to keep an eye out and prepare for a wave of scams as soon as this week.
The Better Business Bureau is warning small businesses about a fake grant offer that's going around. It claims it's for COVID-19 relief. It's popping up over email and Facebook. The business owners are asked to fill out an application and pay a processing fee. Experts say the government would never ask for a processing fee in advance. And keep in mind, email addresses and websites from the government have .gov on them. The loss of income in most households is leaving many of you wondering what bills to pay and which ones to set aside. Consumer advisor Clark Howard breaks down how to handle your money.
If you've lost your job or your hours have been cut back, your pay is cut back, or you're a two-income household that's now a one-income household because of the aftermath of coronavirus, know that you have to think through who you're going to pay when. Obviously, you want to make sure you get food on that table. You want to pay your rent if you can, or your mortgage. There's special provisions for mortgages, by the way, if you can't even pay that. But then what about credit cards? Contact your credit card companies early and often. Many of the issuers are offering special accommodations if you reach out to them and document why you can't pay, including, in some cases, not even reporting you as delinquent to the credit bureaus. If you don't contact your credit card company, they just figure you're not going to do what you need to, and they're going to come after you hard. So stay in contact and know that if you got a no the first time, call back later. Hopefully you'll get a yes. Write down who you talked to, when, and what they said. I'm Clark Howard.
It's a beautiful Monday out there with plenty of sunshine, a great afternoon to get outside. The temperatures have been hovering in the lower 50s at this noon hour. They're going to climb into the 60s this afternoon with that sunshine, although we will notice those clouds thicken up later on in the day and evening. And then the nighttime low temperatures are actually not going to be as cold as what we had out there this morning, which was 30s. Look for lows tonight down in the upper 40s. So if you are planning on heading out early and walking the dog, you'll need at least a light jacket, but you won't need that thick coat. You can see the overnight low in Pittsburgh 48. For the day tomorrow, we're looking at highs climbing into the mid to upper 60s across the area. We have a warm front that's going to be lifting north, and that's going to be bringing in that warm and humid air. Unfortunately, that's going to be triggering that threat for some showers and some thunderstorms. Let me walk you hour by hour through our storm tracker maps for the Monday afternoon time frame, noticing those clouds really thickening up toward evening, and you see that there at 8:30 here tonight. During the overnight hours, we're going to bring in that chance for some scattered showers. Could be some pockets of moderate rain. Some of the heaviest rain, though, looks to set up well down to the south in our southern communities, talking places like Morgantown and Monongalia County, West Virginia down there. Also Greene County here in western Pennsylvania could potentially get in on some heavier showers, and also the potential for some thunder, maybe some small hail, but that could most likely be occurring down across West Virginia early Tuesday morning. Once we get through the rest of the day, we are looking at some breaks in the clouds here and there, but overall mostly cloudy sky until we get into the evening hours, and you're going to notice this red shaded color coming across the screen. So mainly after 5 p.m. Tuesday, we're looking at that threat for some showers and some thunderstorms once again, but it's during this time frame where we could be tracking some strong to severe thunderstorms, and some of those could put down some locally heavy downpours. We're going to actually carry that threat for thunderstorms into the nighttime hours of Tuesday. It's a good idea just to have a way to get some watches and warnings just in case some are issued for that Tuesday evening time frame. And again, overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning, showers and thunderstorms will continue. We are outlined for an isolated severe thunderstorm risk from the Storm Prediction Center. We will monitor this closely, and Severe Weather Team 11 will track the latest threats for you as we get them in. Just know that we could be tracking some severe weather across the area by Tuesday evening. Thunderstorm forecast hourly, it shows you how it peaks during those late afternoon and evening hours. So while we'll have that chance for some showers early in the morning Tuesday, we will certainly be tracking more of a thunderstorm threat, which could be severe threats as well as we head into the evening. So damaging winds, hail, and isolated tornado, all threats with any thunderstorms that do develop as we head into Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. And again, we will stay on top of it for you. Rainfall forecast as promised. If you get under some showers and thunderstorms, you could be looking at some really heavy rainfall. This model data actually takes us all the way out through 7 o'clock. You can see in some spots upwards to about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch of rain. And you can see the 5-day forecast, warmer until we get into the end of the week, a bit cooler by Thursday and Friday, and your weekend always in view, 50s for highs.
Well, for some, it can be hard to tell if you're standing 6 feet away from others.
Twirling at a social distance.
How one man is keeping a distance and spreading joy at the same time. Breaking News Desk is really an invaluable tool.
You're going to get breaking news as it's happening. You can be assured that everything I tell you is something that's important that's going to impact your day.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
I know the neighborhoods, I know the school districts, and that really helps to inform you so that you know if something is going to impact your family.
As soon as she gets that information, the Breaking News Desk is able to go on air, bring that information to you and share it.
That is a resource no one else has. If you see me on the Breaking News Desk, you
Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
This is pretty special. Over the weekend, the West Mifflin community came together to celebrate a little boy's birthday. 2-year-old Camden watched as dozens of fire trucks, cars, and motorcycles drove by his house yesterday. The family wants to thank all of the fire departments who pitched in to help, including West Mifflin No. 3 and Homeville Volunteer Fire Companies, as well as Duquesne Annex.
The community came together in a big way to help students with homeschooling in the Woodland Hills School District. The district says $92,000 was raised for students who need laptops. Officials plan on buying 100 more laptops, and they'll provide free internet for students who need it. Schools can't legally do online instruction unless they can ensure one-on-one teaching for each student.
A Michigan man has a solution for people finding it hard to visualize that 6 feet of distance. He and his wife used items they found around the house to create a special social distancing device. It's mostly made from tent poles and duct tape.
I love everyone's reaction to the video. It's all been positive. Everyone's laughing. It's one thing I feel strongly. I was always created to bring joy to people, and that's what it seems to be doing.
The guy says that he knows it's a serious issue, but he did want to bring people joy during these scary times. You have to admit, it's kind of funny.
Not just funny, but it works.
That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is at 5.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Every 10 minutes, Scott and Tricia are going to tell you how to start your day.
You can get a lot of things on your phone when it comes to the weather, but you can't get Scott's expertise. He's trying to narrow in on your neighborhood to let you know what you could expect.
You're going to know what to wear. You're going to know what the kids need to wear.
We call Tricia Pittman our expert for good reason.
You ask Tricia, where is the closure? She knows it, and 3 ways around it.
She's been doing this longer than anybody else. She has a